A massive surprise update should be rolling out to all Tesla vehicles in the next few weeks, and if the rumors are true, it's going to be packed with some brand new features that are going to change your Tesla forever, along with some other surprise updates coming to 2023 Teslas, including new colors, new screens, brand new models, and a whole lot more. So let's break down everything we know about Tesla's 2022 holiday update, everything they're going to change, all the new features they're going to add, new apps, things they're going to probably remove, and tell you about the other surprises Tesla has in store for all Tesla owners before the end of 2022. Lots of surprise updates coming, so let me tell you why you need to get very excited about the big changes coming to your Tesla basically any day now. And a big thanks to MAGBAK for sponsoring this video. They are the makers of my favorite Tesla accessory of all time, their awesome wireless phone charger specifically made for the Tesla. It's awesome, it uses magnets, it supercharges your phone, plus so much more. Let me tell you more on why I love this thing so much in just a moment. Now, there are many reasons to love owning any Tesla vehicle, but for me, one of the most magical parts of this experience has undoubtedly been with software updates. It's still crazy to me that these are totally free and just a few megabytes or hundreds of megabytes can completely change the way your car works and add new features, and it basically transforms the experience in some cases for the better, and also with some updates has sort of been a regression and has made the experience a little bit worse. Looking at you, version 11 from last year's holiday update was very controversial when it launched. And speaking of that, Tesla does sort of have a checkered history when it comes to updates. Like I said, the last holiday update was version 11, launched with a ton of controversy as Tesla redesigned the main interface and added some new features, but also took away or hid a lot of basic features. So hopefully that doesn't happen again with this year's massive update. And now with that update behind us and most of these issues now fixed with subsequent software updates, what could we see this year in a big holiday update, if we're even going to see a holiday update at all? Tesla has been known for doing at least like one big update in the span of 12 to 18 months, and usually they've been known for doing something around the holidays, pushing out some big new features. We saw the light show, we saw version 11. So what could we see this year? I'm very curious to see what Tesla's going to launch. I've got my wish list features of things I'd like to see, but in addition to that, let me talk to you about what we know right now is going to come, or at least what we think we know, that Tesla could be launching before the end of this year. Now, one of the new rumored features that is making the rounds online that could be coming is a 360-degree bird's eye view, camera view inside of your Tesla. This would obviously make it infinitely easier for trying to park in tight parking spaces or avoiding curb rash or parallel parking. There are just a lot of reasons why this could be a really useful feature to have. And there's been some controversy on whether or not Tesla's existing built-in hardware can support it. But according to rumors and according to some Elon tweets, this feature could be coming soon, maybe a part of this really big, massive software update. Now, one of the things we've heard rumored on and off, and something I'd personally love to see, is the addition of more third-party media services inside of the Tesla. We've got Spotify Premium, we've got Tidal, there are the other built-in options, but that's sort of it. And there's a whole lot of people who use things like Pandora and Apple Music and YouTube Music and other sort of audio streaming services and platforms. Using Bluetooth is fine, or a USB drive if you want to go that route, but it's certainly not at all convenient, or certainly not as convenient as having those options just built in. And there was actually a rumor not too long ago that Tesla was going to add new services like Apple Music in the back end, and they were just sort of waiting to flip the switch. But then recently it was discovered that all references to Apple Music have been removed behind the scenes in the code. So as of right now, we don't know what's going to happen, though I think it would make a lot of sense. And also, maybe this is sort of a more of a smaller issue, but something I'd like to see is Sirius XM support to come to the Model 3 and Model Y. It is there in the S and the X, and I get that in some instances it uses like satellite hardware, but in the digital age and with built-in LTE connections in the car, why couldn't you have Sirius XM as an app built in that just relies on LTE data instead of an actual satellite connection? Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, so I'd love to see that in addition to a number of other third-party streaming options that should just be built in like we have with Tidal and Spotify. Come on, Tesla. It's time. Okay, now before we continue with more on this awesome update, hopefully coming soon, let me take a quick break and tell you guys about my favorite Tesla accessory of all time. One that I recommend to everyone who buys a Tesla, one that you need to have if you own a Tesla, and that is this. It is this super sleek, super premium wireless charger specifically made for the Model 3 and Model Y, and it is made, of course, by this video's sponsor, MAGBAK. One of the first things I love simply is the design. This thing is specifically made for the minimal interior inside of the 3 or Y, so it's gonna blend in super well, and it's gonna easily install right in the corner of your display, which means it's in the perfect position for looking at Waze, maybe you're doing rideshare, but also for FaceTime calls while you're parked, and also for unlocking your phone with Face ID. It's also harnessing the power of magnets with that awesome MagSafe tech, so you can just snap your phone on either horizontally or vertically, whatever you prefer. That, of course, means you can use your favorite MagSafe compatible case of choice, but I've gotta say, my favorite offering is actually from MAGBAK themselves. Not only are these cases gonna work perfect with the wireless charger, but they're just really nice cases on their own. They've got all the offerings for the entire 14 series with some colors in there as well, so if you want a little pop of color, you can do that. It's also on its own just a really comfortable case, super sleek, comfortable to hold, also is going to add some protection to your iPhone 14 as well. Gotta keep that thing safe, and of course, with a built-in MagSafe compatibility built into the case, it's gonna work great with that wireless charger right by the screen inside of your Tesla. It also comes with a nice long cable to sort of tuck away easily inside of your Tesla for a super sleek and clean install. Also, that cable is going to deliver 10 watts of Qi wireless charging directly to your phone to get it all charged up. There is just so much I love about the MAGBAK wireless charger. It's specifically made for your Tesla. It is a dream to use, works great. Also, their cases are really awesome as well. I love this one on my 14 Pro Max. So MAGBAK has got you covered with a variety of offerings, including a must-have upgrade you have got to make for your Tesla. This is by far my favorite Tesla accessory I use every day that I know you guys are going to love. So check it out for yourself today, learn more, and give your Tesla a much-needed upgrade with this MAGBAK wireless charger specifically made for it by clicking the link right down below. Again, a huge thanks to MAGBAK for sponsoring this video, and check out all that they have to offer at the link right down below in the description. And speaking of third-party streaming apps in terms of music, could we actually get like third-party apps like an app store? What about CarPlay or Android Auto support? Could we ever see that come to Tesla vehicles on the road right now? Well, this is obviously a whole can of worms that I've discussed at length in other videos. So if you want to know how to put CarPlay or Android Auto on your Tesla right now, I have done that video. I will leave it linked down below. But let me tell you, it's not looking likely like it's ever going to be an official thing. There will not be an official CarPlay or Android Auto update from Tesla. But what we might see in the not so distant future, and something that has been heavily speculated and rumored, is that Tesla is at some point going to launch their own official third-party app store. This would mean that third-party developers, either anyone or companies Tesla chooses to work with, could make apps that you could either download for free or buy and use inside of your Tesla. And this totally changes the game forever. Imagine if you could order food with this nice visual menu on the touchscreen, or if you had third-party media streamings or third-party maps, maybe a built-in Waze option. An app store would change everything, and Tesla has been rumored, according to some sources, to be working to launch this before the end of 2022. In fact, Tesla already leaked the Zoom app themselves on multiple occasions. So we know Tesla is working on third-party apps. We know this is definitely in the code base. It has been seen time and time again that Tesla's working to make it so there's a store on your car and third-party developers can develop for it. But we don't know when it is going to launch. So third-party apps is something that's going to be very exciting, and it is in the works, and very well could make an appearance in this big holiday update, and honestly could totally sort of steal the show and be something that we finally get access to that we've been waiting years for. And taking a quick break from software, let's talk about hardware and other 2023 surprises, or I guess 2022 surprises that Tesla could have in store. We know the 2023 Model 3 and Model Y are in full swing in terms of production, and there are a couple of rumored features that could be coming soon. Obviously, Tesla just launched 2 new colors internationally in Europe and Middle East markets, and there's a lot of speculation on if or when those colors could be coming here. Elon did say yes to bringing some new color to the US, but we don't know what that could be. Could it be a direct copy of Quicksilver or the Midnight Cherry? Maybe a matte black, maybe an Abyss Blue or something else? New colors on the horizon and might be coming as a new option before the end of the year. We also, of course, have rumors that Tesla is making a number of other changes to their cars for the 2023 model year being built and delivered right now, including maybe some updated repeater cameras, hardware 4 components inside for the brains of the car, the removal of ultrasonic sensors, maybe a second display addition to the Model 3 and Model Y, maybe a totally new steering wheel, and also maybe some price cuts. Does that actually fit into the equation? We just saw Tesla do some substantial price decreases on Model 3s and Model Ys in China, and there's a whole lot of speculation on whether or not that's going to be happening in the US. Maybe Tesla could sort of massage their pricing to better fit into the new federal tax incentives launching in 2023. Not sure if anything is going to happen just yet. I will keep you updated, but there has been some talk and some hope and some speculation that Tesla could lower prices on new Model 3s and Model Ys here in the US sometime soon. Also, one more thing worth mentioning is the standard range Model Y. This has been at production for quite some time at Giga Texas since that factory first opened, and there is just sort of a waiting game now on when Tesla is going to officially allow you to buy it. You can buy it off menu, sort of, if you know the trickery involved to sort of get that car, but hopefully Tesla makes this But hopefully, in the not-so-distant future, Tesla will make this an official option that you can configure and buy right on the Tesla website directly. Moving back to software, something else I'd love to see on the Model 3 and Model Y in the form of a software update is the modular interface that we've got on the S and the X. Obviously, there's a different approach here because those cars have two screens and they've got a bigger main display, but to be able to have apps move around and sort of snap into different positions would be really cool. I'd love to basically remove the map altogether or make it full screen or have my media on the left side or the right side. You sort of get what I'm saying from the visuals here. Being able to move around those elements on the screen would be really cool, and I'd love to see that come in a version 12. Also, I'd love to see some improvements come to Sentry mode as well. I love that it's there, I love that it's built in, but I'd love to see those events on my wrist or on my phone when the car is parked. Right now, if the alarm goes off, I can see the alarm was triggered, but I have no idea what happened unless I go in and view the live cameras, which does have a little bit of a delay on it. To be able to sort of see those notifications as they come in would be really nice. A few other things I'd love to see in software updates. I'd love to see the ability to turn off the air vent on the passenger side come to the car, because I know a lot of people, especially my wife who sits in that passenger seat, would rather not have the air blowing on them, but I would still love some air circulation on my end, so that'd be nice if you could individually turn those off. And also, what about 5G connectivity speeds? I know this is more of a hardware update than a software update, but if we're talking about it, having 5G speeds for software updates in your car and other things streaming in your car would be very nice to see. Maybe an update for 2023 Teslas, but just throwing that out there as a little one more thing. So I'm curious, guys, what would you love to see come in Tesla's surprise holiday update? Whether it's called version 12 or the holiday update, whatever Tesla calls it, what would you like to see come in the form of new features? Are you all about having more games or more things in Tesla Theater? Would you like more practical features, or would you love to see Tesla do a whole visual overlay, or I guess a redesign, there's the right word, like they did last year? Let me know your thoughts to this down below. Let me know what features you'd love to see in a new Tesla software update. As always, I'll keep you guys posted on the latest Tesla news, and if we do get any official confirmation on new features or a holiday update, I'll let you know. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.